Quick, drop a like in the next 10 seconds to pick one of these rare and exclusive Fortnite skins on your personal account for free. Don't miss out, hit the like button right now if you need one of these skins. And the brand new Shadow Rising pack is now available for everyone, so if you guys want to win, we'll be hooking up 5 different subscribers. All you need to do is comment down below your epic gamer tag so I can add you guys, as well as if you guys do want to receive a gift, I'll be doing that as well. And on top of that, make sure you guys then subscribe to the channel, and you guys can receive a brand new pack for free from myself. Just make sure you guys do all of those steps, and you guys can win. And right now, we're about to hit 3.5 million subscribers. And if you're new around here, hit that red sub button and you guys could be that milestone subscriber. Also, for those that use my item shop code GhostNinja, I'll be additionally hooking you guys up, so let me know in the comments if you use my code and I'll be surprise gifting a bunch of you guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, we're gonna be taking a look at a new rocket launch event in season 9 and also talking about the release date of when this will be occurring. Now, we also have some very exclusive gameplay that literally no one has seen yet, so make sure you guys are staying tuned for the entire video because you are going to be seeing a lot of things that are probably going to be mind-blowing, you guys. And let me tell you, this is probably one of my most interesting videos, and we're going to be going through all this information as quick as possible to save you guys as much time because we're going to be taking a look at so many different things. So first, let's reflect back to one of the most OG and memorable times back in Fortnite, being Season 4 and the rocket launch event. Now, this was one of the biggest events back then just because nothing like this has ever occurred, and on top of that, this was like the honeymoon phase of Fortnite. So when this occurred, this was actually one of the craziest things to happen in the game. And let me know in the comments if you guys were around and saw this event live back in Season 4. Now, this had a lot to do as well with the secret skin, which was the blockbuster skin, and this also has a lot to do now with what is going to be happening in Season 9 because the path that they took back in Season 4 is actually very similar to what is going to be happening, although it's just going to be a little bit more crazier because obviously, you know, every single season Fortnite is out here doing bigger, crazier, and just so many better things. So make sure you guys are staying tuned because this video, we have so much info. And once you guys have a sneak peek at the Season 9 live event, I think so many of you are going to be surprised, yet so excited to see this very unique live event. So with all of that being said, let's get into this one. So one of the major pieces to the puzzle of this event is definitely going to be the monster and it destroying Polar Peak and then rotating its way over to Snobby Shores. And the reason why we know this is because the footprints lead right into the waters of Snobby Shores, and on top of that, about a week later, we then got one of the buildings destroyed. So right now we know the monster is in that vicinity of the map, and keep in mind that was the same vicinity of where the Season 4 rocket launch event was also located. And not only did Snobby Shores somewhat get destroyed, but we then also had Pleasant Park get destroyed about 1 week later on one of its buildings, and this was all done by the Polar Peak monster. So now with all of that being said, let's take a look at what now the Season 9 rocket launch event has in store for us. So just a few days ago, we got the reveal of the Singularity skin, which is the secret Season 9 skin, once unlocking 94 bytes. Now, the reason why this is so important is because this is exactly what this storyline has in store for Season 9, and just a couple days ago, we actually saw this helmet of the Singularity located right outside of Pressure Plant, which just got updated and obviously looks completely different to what it did just about a couple weeks ago. And how the different stages to the Singularity skin is gonna work is that you guys are gonna have to go to these locations once collecting enough 4 bytes for them, and once you do that, you'll be able to unlock all of the different styles for the skin, kind of similar to the prisoner skin and the stages for that. And why this skin is so important is because one of the stages, being the pink stage, is overlooking the yellow bunker, which, if you didn't know, this skin has a lot of connections with Neo Tilted being created and all of the power from Loot Lake then being transported to Neo Tilted to create all of these new cities and locations in Season 9. And the reason to why I think this is so important and unique is because just a couple days ago, we then obviously saw a couple building things go down in Loot Lake, which obviously then has to do with the monster. Then with Pressure Plant getting the massive update it did just a couple days ago, we then got the reveal of this logo, which is like a Special Forces logo. Now essentially where we saw this initially was back in Season 3 with the Meteor event. Then again we saw just one season ago with the helicopter then being transported around the map to then creating a bunch of different dig sites, and then obviously that led into the Season 8 Unvaulting event and the drum gun then being back in Battle Royale. Now in the very same location of this logo, once you go inside of it, you will then see this, and you guys can actually see there are 3 different pieces of paper, one being a rocket ship taking off, another being some text and some other things that we just can't really see too well, but all we know in that one thing that we can actually see is a rocket ship taking off, and that obviously has a lot to do with what is going to be happening in the Season 9 live event. Now additionally, if you guys want to see what is inside the Pressure Plant, this is how you guys can do so. Once you hop into your creative, just fly on over to the Battle Royale map. Once you've done that, go over to Pressure Plant, and you guys will actually be then able to see what is inside of the bunker, and you guys can pretty much see it has B1, B2, and B3, which I believe are different stages, and as well as with you guys can see a bunch of different like kind of signs and symbols and stuff inside of the bunker. Let me know if you guys have any other cool theories about what the bunker inside could essentially mean and or do. Something I also found very interesting, this has a lot to do with the rocket launch event, is the Equalizer glider from the 14 Days of Fortnite challenges was the final reward, and once you guys take this glider into theater mode, you will then be able to see the side of it saying, warning, nuclear missile launched. Now isn't it a coincidence that the 14 Days of Fortnite like final reward now has this on the side of it, and they now introduced a brand new 14 Days of Summer event to now have this main event, the Season 9 event, most likely occurring sometime right after the 14 Days of Summer event. I thought that was actually super interesting and something that you guys can literally check out right now for yourselves if you do own the Equalizer glider. So now let's take a look at how this event is going to occur and essentially what is all going to be happening with this Season 9 live event. So what I think is going to be happening is this: the Singularity, the secret Season 9 skin, because of the style being overlooking the bunker, is going to be helping the private agents, which is like this special forces company, and what they're going to be doing is teaming up with one another to then most likely launching this missile from Pressure Plant, which is obviously located inside of the bunker. Obviously currently right now there is no signs of a rocket inside of it, just because what I would assume is going to be happening is most likely sometime after July 8th, which is going to be the time of the summer event like ending. They're going to obviously be then implementing the rocket inside of the bunker to then the event occurring, and essentially why the rocket is going to be launched is because the rocket is then going to be destroying the Polar Peak monster, which has obviously been doing all of this damage around the Fortnite map. And what I think this then leads into is a brand new Season 10 map, if not a bunch of different locations. Keep in mind, I think Season 10 is going to be like an anniversary season, just because we're now in double digits. I feel like Fortnite's definitely going to try to do something to totally repair the map and just change it and just do a bunch of different things. Now, one thing that I'm very interested about is definitely how to unlock all of the different Singularity unlocks and the styles. I feel like the styles are going to have a lot to do with how this event is going to work, just because one of the styles currently right now is overlooking the yellow bunker, which obviously is going to have the rocket inside of the bunker. But like I said, the rocket currently is not there, just because the event I would not believe is going to be happening at least till sometime after the 14 Days of Summer event. If you guys are not familiar with this, Fortnite currently right now is actually off on break till July 8th, which they did this back in the 14 Days of Fortnite event back in Christmas, and this is something Epic does for their employees every single year, twice a year. So I would assume the event is going to be happening sometime after that, and most likely not in the next week or two. I think it's going to be in the next 3 weeks or so. That is when we can expect a brand new Season 9 like ending event, to then going into Season 10 and seeing what they then have in store for this season, which I'm personally right now super excited about. I don't know what it is. Season 9 is a great season, but I'm kind of dry, I'm kind of stale of it. I want to see some new and exciting things happen throughout the map. Let me know if you guys are excited for it as well. So now that you guys have my theory, I really want to know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below, and if you have a really good one, I'll be pinning it, maybe hearting some of your guys' comments. You guys can read through them as well down in the comments below. I think Season 10 is going to be insane, and I definitely do believe this Season 9 live event is going to be one of the biggest and most craziest seasons, like, ever, just because we're going to have a rocket launch event, and on top of that, the Polar Peak monster is going to be destroyed by this rocket, and it's all going to be happening live, which I think is going to be actually mind-blowing, and I feel like it's just something that almost sounds impossible, but it's something that I personally think is obviously then going to be happening. Let me know your theories in the comments below. With all that being said, if you guys did enjoy today's video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you guys can, use my supporter creator tag, GhostNinja, in the Fortnite item shop. Would greatly appreciate it. It helps me do more giveaways, and I really do appreciate the support through the item shop. With all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.